Welcome to the surface of Pertam, a planet that tests every breath, every step, every choice. Our mission? Simple on paper. Salvage enough scrap to build a rocket and escape this wasteland. Sounds easy? Mining is banned. No suit, no jetpack, only salvage, trade, and stubborn survival. And of course, engineering wits to hold it all together. In this first episode, Bubba makes landfall. He discovers a derelict warehouse, shelter, maybe even a base. But with no power, it's little more than walls. The search for scrap begins and survival takes its first test. Welcome to this new series. Welcome to No Suit, Just Scrap.
Alright, so we got a beacon up this way. We're going to go ahead and head towards it. Keep our eye out on any scrap locations that might pop up, and definitely unknown signals. Unknown signals are going to be a big part of this playthrough, especially since they've redone them. And you can, speaking of, but we had one that was 2.5 this way. So we're going to put in a GPS 0.5. Now we're going to look at what direction we're in. Looks like we're between west, northwest, and northwest, so we could call it, that way we know how far it is. So I do it this way, so when I'm out that way, I can still kind of line myself up. So that's one good thing about having the GPS. And from there, we know where we started. So we're going to come out here about 2.5 Ks. Try to keep on this track, and then we'll get to our first actual scrap. We'll keep an eye out for more. If we see any more, we'll try and GPS those too. Looks like it's going to be on the other side of this bridge here. So I'm not using too many mods. It's pretty straightforward. There's some quality of life mods, but the biggest one, of course, is Splitsy's scrapyard. We got his scrapyard truck here, and we're playing on Pertam. I think it's the original planet that he had planned out for this one, and that's where he did his original playthrough, I'm pretty sure. So that's why we're going to be playing on this one. I do have the beds, so I can actually sleep at night. So if we are to the point where we really don't have much to build and just out searching, we'll go ahead and sleep if I have a bed. That way we can keep it more daylight orientated. But again, if we also want to build or do something at night, we can still do nighttime. Did leave vanilla encounters on, so we're gonna have some of the vanilla bases and stuff pop up. I don't think it's gonna be too bad as progression, since the normal scrap run can actually run for a while, so I'm not looking for it to be that long. As you can just see, we also have the trade coalition mod up. That way I can trade for parts. So we'll find out some trade stations. We can actually trade old vehicles and stuff like that also to make money, and then I can trade to bring in for parts or supplies that I might need. I'm trying to do it something different than a lot of the scrap runs that I've seen, and that was one of the ways. I haven't really seen anybody use the trading economy in it. We actually have a warehouse here, so this is actually a pretty good start. So let's go ahead and check these out. Now, one of the things on this rover, before we really get into anything, I want to show you what we can do. So this rover again was built by Splitsy, and he made it purposely bad, and we have a gyro here that doesn't work. We actually have all the materials on this rover as it sits straight out when we came down to build that gyro, so you technically don't have to find any type of scrap or anything to build it, and I can show you how to do that real quick. So one of the key items that we have here is programmable block. I don't plan on using it quite yet, so we can tear it all the way down to the large steel tubes. That's the biggest thing we needed for the gyro here. Steel plate, there's more than enough steel on this thing to get the steel plate. And then we have the parachute chute up here. So this one. I don't plan on taking this thing and dropping it out of the sky, so I have no need for a parachute. Go ahead and take that out. Of course, take that out. And that's another thing with that chute, we might be able to trade it or do something with it later. But now we have 2 construction components that gave us our motors and our computers that we need. So now we need 3 more construction components. And again, there's stuff up here that we can use. So there's a small conveyor here. We really don't need that either. It really just sends everything over here to this small cargo container to give you just a little bit more cargo, but since it is small cargo, you really can't do too much with it. So that gave us the rest of the construction components that we needed. So those 2 right there will go ahead and do the majority of the things you need for that. And then of course we have any type of blocks. So these blocks right here, grind these down. So there's 4 right there. And that gave us our 15 steel plate just by grinding down those 2 things, grinding this down, and then grinding down these 4 plates back here. Then you also have these hatches. So if you need small steel tubes or other construction components, you can also do those. But I feel like the one that we did, the one we had right here was much easier to do. Again, it's just connected to this cargo container. And we can always take this off and move it over here if we really want to. But they don't hold a lot. So I really didn't see any need for all that. But that's one way where you can make your gyro right off the bat without finding any other equipment or anything like that. And now we just got an unknown signal that way. So we'll have 14 minutes to get to that. But let's go ahead and check this stuff out first real quick. So we have some type of shed or workshop in here. Turn our lights on. We have a storage shelf with interior plate and small steel tubes. So that might be helpful. This one says girders. It has a power cell. And we have some containers here we can look in. We got some interior plate and some ammo. So ammo is something we're going to need to do since we're going to have the vanilla encounters in here. So there might be some gun battles. It's not going to be a whole lot of gun battles, but we definitely have to be prepared for that. So that's just regular interior plate. We got steel plate, interior plate. So a lot of this stuff is kind of useful right now, but we're just trying to find everything that we can. So this big warehouse here is going to be another big one. One more thing out here. So let's head over and look into this. There's a tree growing out of it, or a bush. Now there could also be guns and stuff in these too that we might have to worry about. Some cargo containers. Nothing. And then we have shelves. Those got girders. Got some stuff in it. Let's just get girders. Those metal grids would have been good. What we need is a cargo container. And here is a large industrial cargo container. Oh wow. Oh, there's a gun. Okay, it's not active. Good, because I didn't bring my gun stuff with me. We're gonna go ahead and might find some ammo in here. Yeah. We're gonna need that. Let's take all this down. So with this big cargo container here, this might actually be... It's a battery. I'm gonna keep that. We don't need that. We might actually try to... this as a base. Doesn't have a wind turbine, so we're gonna have to add that. But this large cargo container is gonna be really big and helpful. It needs middle grids and a lot more components. So that's something we're gonna have to look into. This battery is definitely something we're gonna have to take with us. We don't have a lot of storage on our Rover right now, so we're gonna have to be mindful of everything that we do grind down. These don't have anything in them. Okay, now, oh, these are the metal grids in these. More steel tubes, steel plate, girders. Got some more ammo though. Take that. More ammo, some med kits. So yeah, we're gonna have to GPS this. I definitely want to keep this. We also have this little workshop back here. It's got some conveyors in it. It's got an AI control module. I'm pretty sure we can build those, so it's nothing that we really need to look into. Girders and stuff. I do have scrap pickup or trash pickup turned off, so we don't have to worry about none of these stuff despawning. We got 9 minutes to get down there to that unknown signal. So let's go ahead and set a GPS here real quick. And let's go ahead and get to that unknown signal. Got 8 minutes to get down there. I think we should be able to get down there in time. Now that we have that, that could be a good either base of operations or something to come back once we find a base of operations and a crane truck to grab that stuff. I'll keep that battery there for now, the small grid battery. Since we have nothing to build it up yet, we're definitely going to need that. More power that we have, the better. Especially right now since we have no way to recharge. We should just be able to go over this hill here, and that should be able to get us up to the unknown signal. Should be able to get it in more than enough time. It will have a small battery, and I'm definitely going to steal that. Because batteries and wind turbines are items that we can't actually build. We can build solar panels, though. From my last playthrough, was able to build those. I didn't think we were supposed to, but that might have been redone with the update where we got the new solar panels. But assemblers and refineries, we can't build them, and technically they can't really do too much. Our survival kit itself can't actually build components, so we can't rely on that. So any type of mining is going to be out of the question. There is no need to mine. Now I know for some of the trade stuff we can trade mined ore for money, but I'm going to stay clear of that. So the only ores or ingots that I'll sell are any that I find. I do know that some of the vanilla spawns will have the ores and stuff in them, so we can sell those when we get them. But as of actually going down and digging, we're not going to be digging for any of that stuff to get a quick buck. We're going to concentrate more on just the scavenging and the selling and trading of items. Okay, so this is a little one. So look, we have magnesium here. I'm pretty sure we can build ammo though. So that'd be one of the only things that we can build. Let's go ahead and take all this down. And again, that small cargo container is not really going to make a big difference with anything. And the new glitch where you hit a button and you don't know what you got. I got something, but I don't know what it is. So we can easily hack the small batteries. Grind that off. Use our grabby hands. We already got this cargo container full. So I need a spot to put this battery. Now we can just put it in a merge block, or we can go ahead and attach it. And then since I don't know how I want to design this, we'll probably just merge block it onto the side of the, or mag plate it onto the side of the truck. There we go. So now we got a small grid battery. I don't see any other unknown signals or anything like that, so let's keep on driving around, see if we can find any more signals pop up. I know it's dark, but right now I don't have a bed to get away from the darkness. I might be able to go back to that base and set up a bed, but we're just now starting out, so let's go ahead and see if we can't find anything. So I'm just trying to keep it right now close to that base because I don't want to go too far from it, so I feel like if we go really far from it, we might not want to even try to come back. Now the way these signals pop up, it's compared to how far you've traveled. So the more that we drive around, the more these signals will start popping up. For my playthrough that I did to test everything out, I have prospecting station this way. We can go check that out. It's not too far from there. But as I was saying, when I was doing a test through of the mods to make sure everything worked, I didn't get a lot of spawns right away, but once I started getting into it, I started getting a whole lot more spawns. More than I could even start to track. So they will come, and I know we'll get a whole lot more. My first playthrough, or the first time I did a scrapyard playthrough, I did it on a custom planet, or a different planet, and I had a lot more different mods in it to help with scrap runs and everything. I think that messed up the way that MES will spawn the scrap, so I had other scrap MES mods that were running, so it would run bigger blocks and stuff like that. So that's why I don't think I got as many as I should have. Plus, the planet I was on, I don't know if that was what was acting up with it. We'll go ahead and head this way. What is it, 2.52, and see if we can find something. Now, my whole plan was to have a different series. I've already started working on it for Space Engineers. But when I heard about the new update, I was going to wait until that came out and all the mods for that series to update before I start it. It's going to be more of a combat theme series. So where this one's going to be a little bit more calming and chilling, that one's going to be more action-packed, hopefully. That's my hope for it. So I was just going to run this one until the update and that series can start. And then even if we started and this one's still going, I'll try to do both. I don't know if I'll be able to, so we might pause this one and go back to that one, or see how that works once that gets going. We should have markers start pulling up when we get closer. We'll have the white target markers, so that does help to find stuff. Later on, hopefully we'll be able to build a spotlight and do it that way. I really hope I did go the right way. Just drive around up here to see if I got anything to pop up. If not, I might drive the other way real quick, especially since it's dark. Oh, that one's got defense protocols active, so we want to stay away from that. It's pretty sure that'll send off drones that'll come after us. So we definitely want to try to stay away from that one. Let me drive around here to see if I can find whatever spawn this way, and I might go the other way. I might have had my bearings all wrong, and especially in the dark, it was hard to tell where I was standing. We got an unknown signal pop up. It's going to be back this way, so I'll head over here since it's dark. It'll be easier to find and capture that. So I'm not seeing anything back here. It is dark, so it's hard to see anything. I should get some type of target indicator if I was close enough to it. Let's go ahead and grab this real quick. So look, we're 1.2 Ks away and we're already getting a signal for that one. So if we were close to that other one, we should have been able to get some type of marker that at least popped out at one point. Which I didn't see anything, so I probably did do it right when I first did the GPS, and I did drive the wrong way. See the blinky from way back there too, so that helps. Let's go ahead and grind this down, 3 parts. Oh, that was the battery. I didn't want to do that. Let's see the battery up there. Oh, that's one less battery that we're gonna be able to get. Don't need the scrap. We'll take the cobalt, no matter, we can't really do nothing with it. These detector components, if we don't use them, that could probably be a good thing for selling. Again, we can sell the cobalt. We got some metal grids though, so that's going to be helpful with that container. Alright, so let's go ahead and go back to that other signal and then see if we can't find where that one was pointing to. I still haven't seen anything pop up, but I'll keep an eye out on all that. I guess in the hangar, the hangar, that is the trade place. So we'll probably go after, or we'll head that way next to see what they have to trade, or if we can even get into it. The one I found when I was doing the playtest is there was no way to get into it because we don't have a jetpack, and the only way to get up to it is with a jetpack or a ship. So I'm hoping I can actually get into this one. If not, I might budget and build some blocks so I can get up to the door. I don't know if they originally, when they made the mod for that they expected people to have jetpacks or ships to get up to them. But we'll look at that once we get over to it. But let's go ahead and see if we can't find this scrap and get it marked off. And we're back to our location, so we can go southwest. And we got another unknown signal. And we got an abandoned settlement 6.67 this way. So let's go ahead and put that GPS in. This unknown signal is like right behind us. So let's go get that. And then we'll come back down here and look for that one. See, we already got 3 spawns within the 30 to 40 minutes that I've already been playing. Up there's another one. 3.39 this way. So we might go to that 3.31 back that way. Of course, it's going to be back towards the trading hangar. We might check our original one since there's going to be another one right behind it. Hit those 2 and then come back and hit the other one on the way to the trading post. Has a thruster in it. I need those metal grids. That'll help. Got computers. A lot of computers. These are being very generous today. Where's the button? The button's down there. So we can't knock it over. Can we pick it up? Yeah, we can pick it up. So if I can get to the cargo container, I'm going to claim these blocks. And you notice I got rid of the message that it's going to go away. So this one says it's built by me. I'm pretty sure it's going to stay. So we're going to do a little test. See if this one blows up after the 15 minutes that this was supposed to be here for. Or seeing that just claiming the grid with the new vanilla button like that is what fixed these from exploding. We'll also be catching. Oh, dang it! I did it again. I was supposed to not do that. I hit the wrong button. So now we got 10 metal grids. We can almost build that cargo container. Got some more large steel pipe. But let's go ahead and head back to the one we were originally going to look at. So that would be the other option, is to head back to the warehouse that we found and start upgrading the Rover before we head to one of these other ones. We have another one, 5.27 this way. Mark this one. So we got almost another half a kilometer to go. Hopefully we'll start seeing stuff, but we know there's 2 other ones this way that we can try to get to. Not seeing anything. Let's head this way. No, there was another one off in this direction, about another 6 more. So I cleaned up the markers, so I should be able to see them a little bit easier. I mixed up those, so we need to go 6.67 from that one. And we are hit a tree. And then we got another, I didn't see how far that one was. There was another abandoned settlement 4K this way. An ERSA beacon that way. That's another vanilla spawn there. We shouldn't have to worry about getting close to that one. And again, those will stay for at least while I'm playing. I don't know how they'll go in between saves. We're pretty much online south from where we made that beacon, so we should be right on track to come up to it. Very bad to be driving around zoomed out this far. We're out here in the big dune area though. So whatever it is, it must be pretty small. That or there's something wrong with the compass. So we got 6.07 this way. Item is really small and I can't see it. Or there's something going on with my compass and it's not working quite right. But let's see if we can't find another one. I'm gonna head this way one more time before we head back to the hangar. The warehouse. It's 2 kilometers that way. Now that we got the sun coming up, we should be able to find stuff a little bit easier. I'm gonna go around this mountain up here to see if I can see anything. But I should be able to come up to something by now. So I might have to change the tactics of how I'm using the compass and the GPS marker. And we got a distress signal. Definitely not going after that right now either. I know I found a couple of those and they were just blown up ships. Definitely should be something right around here.
With morning here, the search for scrap continues. Will Bubba go after the distress signal? Is it a trap, or the promise of good scrap? And will he finally find what he's been searching for? Find out next time on No Suit, Just Scrap.